Thank you, Severe. Well, how the fuck y'all doing? Great. Did you know that I have not even started? Shall we address this right away?
We should.
We shouldn't. Because as adults, we should know there are 3 acceptable responses at a comedy show. Laugh, clap, shut the fuck up. Those are the 3 that are acceptable. Now, you can always leave if you don't like it, but leave quietly and make that an extension of shut the fuck up. So I'm gonna try this again. Sevierville, how the fuck y'all doing? Lovely. Did you know that all squirrels are flying squirrels if you throw them hard enough? Thank you. Wasn't sure how that was going to go. Didn't know if this was a real pro squirrel crowd or not. It's good. It's good. It's nice. I like this. This is a good venue. I like this. It's a nice, intimate room. You guys are up close. Let's get to know each other. I'm married. I got a wife and 2 kids. Treat me like a god. They barely acknowledge my existence. Only speak to me when they fucking want something. So that's what I got going on at home at my house. No, I joke. I love being married. Actually, this last year in 2023, my wife and I did something awesome. We celebrated being together 20 whole years. Thank you. Yeah. That all goes to her, right? That is 2 decades of somebody putting up with my shit on the daily. So all that applause goes straight to her. She's the one that deserves the trophy. But it's awesome. People always come up and go, man, that's a long time. Anybody got 20 years or better in a relationship? Give yourselves a round of applause. 20 years or better. Anybody? Sweet. Everybody who's clapping will know exactly what I'm talking about. Because you guys do get asked, right? People ask, hey man, I'm tired of being single. I would like love forever. What's your secret? I would like to know how you did it. Everybody's answer may be different, but I'll give you mine because I'm the one with the microphone, regardless of what some people may think. For us, it was compatibility. It was the right 2 people, right? The right 2 puzzle pieces that snap together to make one perfect family. You know, those right 2 people. Now, our example is easy. I'm a Gemini, and she's a moron. Now, hey, some of you aren't aboard. I just want to go ahead. Hey, wait. Right? You know you can love stupid people, right? I don't know if you guys know that, right? They deserve love too. Here's the thing. If you think long and hard, everybody in here has somebody you love dearly that is dumber than a box of hammers. I promise you, right? If you can't come up with somebody loves you. It's okay, all right? And again, a lot of people too, right away when you say that, they go, oh my God, that's crazy. He must be such an asshole. I bet he beats her. Look at him. Okay, and I get that, right? I do look like the kind of guy that might beat my wife. I don't, but I understand why that judgment comes about. And you're right, I am an asshole. No question, okay? And that's how it works, right? She's an idiot. I'm an asshole. That's the mix, right? Sweet and salty. She's sweet. I'm salty. That's how it works. You know? I love her. Don't ever get it wrong. She's got a heart of gold and an ass that won't quit. I'm a fan. She just also happens to be about as sharp as a sock full of soup. Right? I promise you, it's okay. That's how it has to work. Idiot and asshole. Because you can't put 2 idiots together. They'll fry a turkey in the bathtub and burn the house down. That doesn't work. Right? No. And you can't put 2 assholes together. One of them will burn the house down just to prove a point to the other one. So for 20 years, that's how we made it work, right? She's the idiot, I'm the asshole. And it works. So for anybody single who's looking for some actual advice in this diatribe of stupidity, here it is. If you're an idiot and you're tired of doing whatever stupid things you're doing that isn't working because clearly you're not that bright and you want to be loved, find an asshole. Okay. Now, for the assholes in the room who are tired of whatever hateful, dumb shit you're doing at night that's not getting you anywhere, find you an idiot. For anybody who may be on the fence, wondering about which one you are, find an asshole. We know what we're about, so if you have to question, there's no question which box you go into. Now, I do come out, I tell these jokes, and people always go, man, she can't be that dumb, right? Oh, yeah. I brought examples for those of you who may still be thinking, he is an asshole. You're right, but I'm a lovable asshole, so I still want to bring you onto my side. When we first met, she thought noon was 1 o'clock. Did that come out of the mic wrong? Let me repeat that. Maybe there's not enough of my people here tonight. Some of you are on board with her. When we first met, she thought noon, think about it if you're not sure, was 1 o'clock. This was a grown woman. You ever struggled to call customer service because it was in a different time zone? Try making plans with 2 on your own fucking couch. It's a bitch. Now again, for those of you who are still listening, you're thinking, Lance, you just said you've been together 20 years. I bet she's peaked. No. I bring recent examples of the stupidity that I have bred with in the last 20 years. So again, don't think I'm that smart. We just grave on a curve at my house. And so I get to come and do this. This was back in February, again, for those that aren't my people in the house, 2 months ago. I was getting ready to come to a show, and she stopped me as I paced back and forth along the living room, getting ready, as I do, to come assault strangers with wiener jokes, as my job does dictate. And she said, hey, baby, I got a question for you. Again, we grade on a curve, so she turns to me in times of need. Do you know if there are any truths behind the legend of Punxsutawney Phil and Groundhog Day? Sydney, that's our daughter, asked me, and I want to be sure to tell her the truth. I was curious what you know. I don't know shit. I'm not a groundhogologist or whatever the fuck study. I don't know. But I do know that lots of wives' tales and urban legends and shit does have truth to it. So I said, I don't know. Maybe hundreds of years ago, Indians watched buffalo run across the prairie and saw how groundhogs would react, and that's how they knew how to plant their crops, because that's what weather would do. I don't know. That's not bad on the fly, right? That's pretty good, I thought, right? And that's exactly what I told her. And she said, okay, well, I do know this. There's only ever been one groundhog. Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now again, not a groundhogologist. I stated that earlier. Have buried enough hamsters in my backyard? Yeah, I don't think so. Said no, that can't be right. Now, just so you know, stupid people don't know they're stupid, so sometimes they like to prove a point. And she got that move. You know the one where she whipped out her phone like she was about to prove a point. She kind of gets it out like a wrestler about to give a promo for WrestleMania, right? She's like, I'll have you know, just so your Rudy Poo candy ass can take to the streets, that this article right here states the following. There has only ever been one Punxsutawney Phil. He has been kept alive due to the administration of magical elixirs. Each elixir extends his life 7 years. So take that sumbitch, turn it up your ass, and turn it sideways. Mic drop. Right? This bitch used the term magical elixir without any hint of irony and a straight face. I said, baby, I want you to forward me that article, please. She said, why, you don't believe me? And I said, no, I don't. Those articles are written for children. But here's the thing. I'm going to a show, and bitch, I'm going to tell everybody, and I want to get the facts straight. I love her. I do. I just want to get that. I love her. I love her. There's no question. I love her. My favorite story, though, right? Long before there were immortal Highlander hedgehogs that I had to deal with, where there can only be one, my favorite story of her absolute lunacy came over about the first decade of our relationship. She burnt every cookie she ever made. Now, I want to be clear on this. I'm not talking a pan here and there, okay? We're all entitled to get high and miss the timer going off and let one get under the radar once in a while. I'm not talking about that. I want to be very clear. She burnt every cookie she ever made for years, okay? Now, I'm an asshole, I've admitted that, but I tried to be on her side and help her keep some semblance of self-esteem in that wonderful angelic body. I did everything I could to try and help her not think it was her. Because here's the thing, 20 years ago, she still had options, right? I was a big fuck pie back then. I didn't have a lot to go on. I couldn't let this angel go. So I did everything in my ability. You know what, baby? It was that pan. It's the pan. It's too dark, right? My Oma brought that over on the Mayflower. It's too dark. It's getting too hot, right? It's the pan. We bought a new pan. Burnt fucking cookies. You know what, doll? I think the thermostat in the stove's fucked up, right? I made a loin the other day, it didn't come out right. It's probably that stove, right? I bet it's not, something's right there. We would move, get a new stove. Now, real quick, not because of this, just I'm not that big an asshole. We just happened to move. We would get a new stove, test the hypothesis again. Burnt fucking cookies. You know, Angel, I love you. I bet it says spatula. There's something that says spatula, right? That's right, and that don't make no whit of sense, right? The game is already lost by the time coach calls spatula to the field, right? But I was clutching at straws. We bought a new spatula. Any guesses? Burnt fucking cookies. That's right, because it don't make no sense. They're already burnt by the time you use a spatula. That's about when she gave up. Done. We didn't eat cookies in my house no more. It was the snack that shall not be named. Right? She catch you on the street with a cookie dough blizzard, she smack it out of your fucking hand. We didn't tolerate it no more. And I was okay with that, right? I like pussy butter and cookies, it's all good. I mean, I like cookies, don't get me wrong, but it's given the choice, right? Again, back then, didn't have options. came one night, we were sitting there on the living room couch together, enjoying a lovely evening, because this was back before we had kids and we could enjoy life. And I got the munchies. Now you read between the lines as you need to. And I went to the kitchen, and there, in the long, far, forgotten frozen tundra of our freezer, was one last tube of cookie dough. And before I could even take a moment to think, do I want to start this fight? I heard a voice in the other room. You better not be making cookies in there! How does she even know? Is this some confectionery saw trap I don't know about? Are there cameras in here that I don't know about? I have done shit in here I do not want filmed. Fuck it, let's light this candle. And I made those cookies. And I just want you all to know they were perfect. Subway perfect, right? They were fucking amazing. I would have made famous Amos jealous. Mrs. Fields would have been moist. They were perfect. And I made them on that pan. I put them in that stove because it's the only one we have. I used that spatula. Again, I know that doesn't make a whit of sense, but that card has been played. By God, I'm going to let it hit the table. And again, just in case you missed a beat, I'm an asshole. I marched them bitches right in the living room, stuck them under her nose, and asked her, what the fuck is wrong with you? These are amazing. You see this glistening, shining pan of perfection under your nose? I made them on this pan, which you recognize. We only have one stove, and I'm not bringing the spatula up. What is wrong with you? Is there something we should know about that we could be filing on our taxes? We need this money, come clean. I'll love you either way. I've already bought the ring, I'll take it. And that's when she broke down in tears, as one would. I read the instructions. I preheated the oven. I rolled him in a little ball. I mashed him into cookie shape. Stop, wait. You mashed them into cookie shape? Phew, you've made a pan or two in your life. You're ahead of me. Stop, don't get too far. I just want to get this right. I love you, baby, I do. But you don't know? You just make a ball and they melt into cookie shape? Look, I love you. You don't have to be Bill Nye the Cookie Guy or anything, but you don't know that you make a ball and science just makes a cookie? You are telling me that I've been eating these Auschwitz Sandies for the better part of a decade because you don't understand how gravity works? I love her. I love her. I love her. Now the two young ones. The half-tart apple doesn't fall far from the half-tart tree. I'd originally hoped someday I could retire on the backs of these two. The youngest one, she's sweet. She blew my fucking mind the other day. It's been about a few weeks ago. She won her school spelling bee, right? Beat every kid in the school. I don't know what that says about the public education where I live, but anyway. She won the spelling bee, beat them all, which is a miracle. Again, I've admitted, not a smart guy, can't even spell my own middle name. Has an I and an E in there, fucks me up every time, right? So I was real proud of her, real proud dad. Not too proud, you'll get there. We have to go compete against the entire county, right? Every kid who whipped every kid's ass across the county. They get together. They draw numbers to determine what order they're going to come to the stage. It's like a little mini middle school open mic, right? She draws number 11. This will come in handy in a moment, remember that. And what they do is they line all the kids up and they tell them, hey, to give you guys practice coming up to a mic and knowing what it's like on stage, we're going to bring you up in order, have you come up, say your name, the school you go to, and one interesting fact about yourself. Cool. So for 10 kids, it's exactly what you would imagine, right? Some little stumbles up. Hi. My name is, what's my name? Thomas. My name is Thomas. They piss themselves and run away, right? That's exactly what you imagine for like 10 kids. Boom, boom, boom. Not my kid. She gets up there like just struts. Theme music plays in the background out of nowhere, right? She's my kid, rocks up there. Yo, I'm Sydney. I go to Lincoln and I can speak 3 languages. Mini mic drop, she's short, bam. Spoiler alert, she cannot. Just made that shit up. Lied to a fucking room full of strangers like a pro. Strutted her ass up there. Made that shit up, cock walked back, right? As a comedian, I was very proud, right? I saw a next generation. I was like Hank Williams looking down. Go, Junior, right? That's my little Bocephus there. My dick joke slinging Bocephus. She gets put out in the first round, right? She is still her mama's child. We get in the car. I was like, baby, I'm real proud of you. But not real proud because I know you're a sack of shit who lied to a room full of strangers. I got a question. What the fuck were you thinking? I don't know, Dad. I don't know. I just panicked. You had 10 fucking kids in front of you to think of something and you panicked. I don't know, I freaked out. Okay, all right, it happens, right? I've bombed before. We all shit the bed from time to time, it's okay. Follow-up question. I know they let you get away with it, but I'm not. You struggle with the one language. What would you have done if they asked you what other languages you spoke? Oh, I was ready for this. I had this one down pat. Oh, you had this one down pat. Well, I'm glad you used yourself and your time wisely, number 11. Can't wait to hear this. Lay it on me. Swedish and Russian.
Okay.
Swedish and Russian. Got it. Follow-up question / comment. Your best friend is Hispanic. We live in an all Hispanic neighborhood. We're the only huertos in the barrio. You do habla poquito español. Didn't even crack your top 2. You are your mama's child. The eldest, he terrifies me. I'm gonna be honest. Parents, give yourselves a round of applause. How many people have kids in the room? Round of applause real quick, parents in the room. Now hang on. This will only apply to a certain amount of parents. If you are a parent of a child 4 and under, you can go fuck yourself. You don't know yet. But if your kids are 5 and up, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, because you've all had a moment where you looked in the mirror and you thought, is my child a psychopath? And you can lie to your friends and go, no, they're perfect, they're angels. But we all know they're not. And here's the thing, 100% of all psychopaths have parents. That is just math and science, statistics and genetics. I can't get you out of that. You got kids, you're rolling them dice. They may Menendez brothers your ass in the night at some point. I've questioned mine for a long time. Even the youngest scares me, right? She's my angel. She's autistic. She's awesome. She sees the world through a rose-colored lens I will never fathom, right? Her whole goddamn universe is rainbows and unicorns. She's an angel. So was Satan. She said the most cold-blooded ass shit to me I've ever heard in my life. She said some gangster shit that made me question reality, right? And the oldest one was the one I always worried about, and I'm gonna get to him, but even she stopped me in my fucking tracks. She said, I know what it's like to feel cold. I was born in the winter. That's some James Bond villain level shit, right? Hold up there, Scarface. Don't shank anybody here in the pantry. Your mama's not gonna wanna clean that up. All I said was, could you please close the refrigerator door? Goddamn. Like I said, the oldest one, I've had longer to get to know him. I've had longer to fuck him up, so that's really on me. So I knew he would be the one, but they proved me right recently. And here's the thing, right? I knew this was coming. I've met all of his gene pool. It's not good, okay? For the bulk of his life, we entire family lived in one house, right? My parents, me, my wife, my kids, my niece, her fiance. It was crazy, right? The only 2 types of people that live this way are serial killers and royalty. There's no crown jewels at my house if you're wondering which one we fall closer to, okay? I'm one missed paycheck away from a Texas chainsaw situation any day now. So I knew to lock my doors early with this one. But here's what happened. We finally got the call to the school, right? Mr. Adams, you need to come down here, we have a problem. Shit. Now again, take a moment and imagine this walking into a PTA meeting. It's not good. She's making judgments right away. She's thinking these kids live in a bunker, they eat too many canned peaches, I need to have some form of government watch list on speed dial quickly. We do like canned peaches, but that's neither here nor there.
Who doesn't?
So, we walk in, and I think, control yourself, Lance. This is not a show. Don't do this. Don't. Keep comedian Lance at bay. This is Dad Lance. You've got to do what you got to do. Please don't do this. I say, I'm so sorry that we had to meet under these circumstances. Please tell me what's going on. And she said, Mr. Adams, Silas has threatened to harm another student. Shit, here it is. I knew it was coming. I was right to be scared. I can't let her sense fear. I have to let her think, it's okay, I got this, no worries. And I said, oh, I didn't see that coming. Spoiler alert, I did see this coming. Please go on. Tell me, the concerned parent, what happened. She said he was working with some other students in a group project, and one of the young ladies was apparently not performing to his standards, and he took it upon himself to motivate her in his own way. And I thought, fucking A. There's some management skills here that I think could use to be explored, right? I'm all for this. This shows more motivation than I have ever known him to show in his entire life. Right on. I've worked in a group project. I get it. She did not. She disagreed, so I digress. And I said, well, again, I'm very sorry. Could you please tell me exactly what happened? And what she told me froze me in my tracks. It was far beyond anything I could have ever imagined coming out of this child's mouth. She said, he told her, I will come to your house and hold a knife up to your throat. Yeah. Wow. That is an adult level threat, right? I was not ready for this. I was expecting, I will eat your lunch. I will punch you in the nose. I will fuck your mom. Right? I was ready for something on a 6th grade level. Nobody braced me for Liam Neeson Jr. Think about how this went, right? Put yourself in that classroom for a moment and think, just picture how this went. Hey. I see you're not really participating on the level of the rest of us. And I don't know if you got the message. We were all in this together. So I'm gonna need you to get your ass in gear. Or I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. I'm gonna come to your house and hold a knife up to your throat. Right? That's some crazy shit. Now here's the thing. Here's what I know that this lovely principal doesn't know, and why I stopped being worried right away. This moron has never accomplished anything in his entire life. He is not about to start with this, okay? Unless this poor girl is made up of Twinkies or my hopes and dreams, she's in no danger from him. She doesn't know that, right? But I know that, right? Because here's the thing, right? I will come to your house. You fucking idiot, you can't find our house, okay? We can see the school from our front yard. If I dropped him off at the bottom of the hill with a compass, a walkie-talkie, a map, and a cell phone, 2 weeks later, I'm gonna have to go get him. Knives, we don't give him knives. He has plastic fork security level clearance at best. I'm a comedian. We're real poor. We don't buy good plastic forks. We buy them bendy KFC shits, right? Not happening. So I gotta think quick, or again, government watch list real quick. And I said, ma'am, we will take care of this when we get home. I promise you. But I would like some credit given where credit is fucking due. He did not threaten to harm another student. No. He threatened to threaten them again later in a more comfortable location. And there should be points given for that. She disagreed. I digress. Long story short, we are now both banned from school property. Guys, my name is Lance Adams. Thank y'all so fucking much.